Welcome to Poppy's Poetry Corner. We finally made it to the time where rhythm and blues meets poetry and rhyme. Yep, we on the corner where it's safe to fire up your marijuana. But this room about to get hot as the summer, so you might need something chill like a glass of wine. Water does me just fine. Whatever relaxes your mind and help you recline after what might have been a hump day at work. Put yourself first. Where here nothing has to be rehearsed. Let me put it in reverse. The corner we back to is brought to you by Faith and Hustle. So it's some big hitters in this room, and it's okay to flex your muscle. Because we locked and loaded and heavily potent. Nothing corroded about our brain waves. Going back in the days where you could simply walk to the corner to find your muse. Or peep out the latest groove. We about to let the energy fill the room so it might get a little wet. Or fill you up till you get so high. Because around here, we get praise when your stuff is fire. So let us begin. Welcome to the corner, my friends.
Kiss too many caskets to keep count. Said goodbye with a throat closed and grief on mute, cause strong people don't scream at funerals. We just fold pain like church fans, sweating through every amen while sitting quietly. I've learned how to walk through cemeteries as if they were graduation stages, naming the dead like diplomas I've never wanted to hold, burying pieces of me next to people I couldn't live without, all while planting prayers in cracked headstones, hoping faith might flower where my trauma took root. But ain't no roses here. Just regrets blooming in shape of what ifs and I love you showing up too late. I don't know how to harvest hope from ground, swallowing my joy whole, or water memories when my tears still taste like blame. So I don't want to be poetic today. I want to curse at the damn sky for every name it took too soon. I want to ask God why resurrection feels like a myth when the bodies are still cold and beds are still made, but somehow I have to find myself planting again, dig through grief with dirt under my nails and try to grow something beautiful out of everything broken. I have to try to turn tombstones into testimonies, try to breathe life into legacies that'll never get finished. And I don't know how to heal this kind of hurt. I just know I gotta keep showing up for my family. But how do you speak their names like seeds and believe they'll still bloom in the parts of me they made whole when the hole is now empty? I haven't moved on. I'm stuck trying to build new roots and add on to the new ones, stuck right where they left me in limbo, trying to turn graves into gardens. And maybe, maybe that's a miracle in itself. They say time heals all things, but time has never laid next to sorrow and begged it to sleep. Like a clock can't cradle grief, and calendars don't know how to know the sound of a motherless mourning or silence after the last voicemail you can't delete but can't press play on either. I still overcook meals for people who aren't coming to eat anymore. I still bury, I still buy birthday cards for names carved in stone. I still flinch at scent of cologne reminding me of a man who raised me strong, who promised to never leave but did so anyway. So don't tell me God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers when I was drafted into a war with no warning, fighting shadows still wearing my family's face. But I keep digging, keep planting, keep weeding out guilt that blooms when I smile too long without them. So if you see flowers where my soul used to bleed, know I didn't grow them easily. They cost me everything. I tend to this grief like it's my only inheritance, watering it with memories, pulling weeds from bitterness before they can choke the roots. Because maybe love isn't what stays. Maybe it's measured by what you choose to grow after everything is gone. Knowing every bloom was bartered from a breakdown, whispered through clenched teeth, while offering up every petal as a prayer. This is a taste of Southern soul.
I stood myself up for years, kept ghosting my own reflection like I wasn't worthy of the time. But tonight I showed up, wrote myself on a letter on the walk to meet me again. Hey you, I whispered. I'm writing this with wobbly legs and shaky hands, but here I stand, no longer running. Treated my reflection like a stranger, let comfort zones become cages, and wondered why my power kept slipping through the cracks. Let distractions dance on my dignity, call silence peace when really it was just pain disguised as calm. You see, silence don't set you free, and it holds in the screams in your throat until you choke on everything you should have said. Play numb like it was control. If I can't feel it, then it can't be real, but you can't outpace the aches inside, and you damn sure can't fake being whole. So I got on my let's go. War busy like oil, rolling it on, the more to cover up the rot. Smiling in public, but behind closed doors, I was arguing with the version of me I forgot. The mirrors like they owed me pain. It was hard to see her reflection in me. Told myself healing was happening, but really, I was just hiding in plain sight. Then came the question. Yeah, it cracked it open. Was I running from something, or was I running to that shit? Stop. We got this. For the first time in a long time, I'm seeing me. Like really seeing me, not in survivor's filter, but through my own damn eyes. And the little girl in the mirror, she ain't just a reflection, she a whole damn miracle. Her, my pros, him, my cons. So I walk around heavy, carrying stories in silence, tug between who I was and who I'm becoming. But this ain't no comeback. It's a homecoming. To the parts I buried to breathe, to the whispers I turned into screams. Now I speak, I stay, I stand. Even if the ground is still shaking under me, that's just my world adjusting to the real me, finally showing up. I showed up for myself today. Hey, sexy. And that's my piece.
I come from a messed up family. You know what? Scratch that. I actually come from dysfunctional flesh and bone. No, scratch that. I come from a broken home where broken poems get written in cursive forbidden and curses are hidden in a love language of physical touch. I come from being fucked up enough not to trust much. I rush lust and my love is just stained like clothes at the laundromat. But scratch all of that. I come from a pretty provocative pain. That's the true alliteration of my name. I come from the flame of a father who made flesh feel like fire. This mind, a place designed to break. I come from hate, rape, and rage. Raised to behave silent equals saved. So quiet I stayed to be okay. My introverted ways were a way to keep me caged, so now I scream into a mic like someone might hear me. I come from where those are supposed to love me dearly, dearly departed. I know by now you have questions. Dare me to solve it? I often operate in logic, since family love is a continent I don't reside on, a country I can't rely on, a state, city, or place I make my bed of nails to lie on. It no longer hurts. Scratch that. It's worse. Torture, like drowning, like memories I keep allowing to haunt me. They taunt me, call me out of my name till they chain me and push me. Emotional bullies that pull me into a dark corner for their delight. So tonight, I share this right with you. Scratch that. You don't care about this heart. What you care about is the art. This literature that comes with my signature flow. I know I'm considered an insular hoe, and I just want to know if you've wondered why I'm like that. I'm going to tell you right now, right here. Scratch that. Y'all ain't prepared, and no one cares about a black man's tears. My pain is something I alone can bear, yet I consider taking a moment out to share. But yeah, I knew it's something that some of y'all would just laugh at, so fuck it. Scratch that.
I'm in battle. My mind is constantly shattered. I'm suited up, ready for combat. It's the same old pattern. The troops came knocking at my door, told me to fight for my country. The time is war. It's Vietnam, but the battle is depression. I'm in the middle of a war zone and I have pent up aggression. How do I relieve myself of the constant progression, this downward spiral that I keep having to hurl, the feeling dancing around my head in a constant whirl? Japan sank my ship when I hit the harbor at Pearl. Anxiety visited me then, and boy, was that a hell of a combat. We was at a constant volley, had a nice little chit chat. She had one up on me and I came through with a caveat and all. I think I won because I laid her ass out flat. I'm searching. I've been looking for an ally, but the cadence in my head keeps playing the soldier's cry. I hear the choppers hovering. Cause I watched a soldier die, but I gotta get up, drink water, and keep moving cause there's no time for goodbyes. World War I, I skated through, but what really fucks me up was number 2. See, that caused a lot of night terrors. How can they knock off all those Jews? And I'm fighting for y'all's freedom, so don't tell me to walk a mile in your shoes. Incoming, look out below, they dropping bombs on our shit. I mean, how did the US get pulled into the Korean conflict? These two motherfuckers bored each other, so insomnia quickly flipped the script. Sleep quickly awoke as I locked and loaded another clip. Years pass and I visit graves, giving friends their flowers, watching black smoke quickly rise as planes hit the towers. Here we go again. Another battle as we hit Iraq in hours. Each war I fight is slowly stripping me of my power. See here, the battle was with the friendlies. You're supposed to be the one to stand alongside me, but sexual assault was so high, I put my own bullet inside of me. Winning the war doesn't mean I won the battle. I never regained my peace. Why must I continue to cry? This war is taking over me. I just need this war to stay away from my PTSD, but what is the cost of freedom if you're never really free? I didn't want to go to war, but war came to me. Peace.
Dear ex-partner, I want you to know that during 80% of our sexual encounters, I faked it. I played pretend. I moaned for you and groaned for me displeasure. You are not the person Missy Elliott referenced, but God, I wished you were. You could stay up longer than my antics. Foreplay filled with forced play. I came for you, but went out of my body for me because I couldn't stomach my own phony. Dissatisfaction turned dissociation. Your semen would cement my Emmy award-winning cries, and the wildest part of it all, you never noticed. You were too busy getting yours to realize that I wasn't having an enjoyable time. And this isn't about tally marks or taking account. It is me taking accountability for my inability to use my voice in a way that was self-serving, self-protective. You see, the world was too busy forcing young Black girls like myself to swallow its sex shame that it forgot to come around and teach us how to be sexually liberated. And how could I act on what I didn't know? If there's 101 ways to say yes, I never tried more than my hand could count. And if there's 101 ways to say no, the world never taught Black girls how to be empowered in only but a few. And even those were liable to be ejected from conversations. Why I gotta be called a bitch because I rejected someone's advances? People be quick at the lips to scrutinize fast-tailed girls, but never slow down enough to teach us how to slow down enough to explore a healthy sexual life, to voice our needs during sex, that the sexiest thing I could do with my mouth is give consent. Church taught us sex was a sin, so we even avoided our own sexual self-pleasure. No wonder I couldn't tell him how I liked it. I hadn't yet even tasted my own nectar. The most liberated sex I've had was with a woman. And if sexual conversations weren't so heteronormative, I probably would have started sooner. But it's hard to be liberated when you are consumed with evading harm. So-and-so is coming over, go change your clothes. Always wear shorts under your skirts. Matter of fact, don't wear shorts or skirts. Tell me, do men adjust their fashion to keep themselves safe? to keep themselves out of the gaze of other eyes, because us women are apparently responsible for how we're looked at. But as a young girl, even when I could change my clothes, I couldn't change my body. The only letters I could control were those in a grade book, not a cup size. And to be ashamed of my own body is to be ashamed of my own home. And if I'm ashamed of my own home, I'm vulnerable to the sovereignty of men. Poem.
Ooh, that's my type of speed round, man. I love when they come through the corner and fire everybody ass up. Foul, foul, foul. It's a drive-by, bitch.
I don't care what y'all say. Shots was just fire. Hold on. Welcome back, family, to another week of Poppy's Poetry Corner. This week, energy is hitting. Brought to you by our amazing sponsor, Coastal Sunflower Body Scrubs. Add the .com to get you some all natural teas and balms to keep you glowing inside and out. If you missed last week, the rewind, Geechee girl who was just in the comments, man, she tore it down. And the spotlight y'all just watched was none other than our very own Angel Kim, voted by the MVP, the best group on Facebook, baby, P.P.C. Man, if y'all didn't know, the show really started last night. Y'all need to go tap into Pentelectual Conversations, man. We had our authors edition, and man, they was litty. Triple P, I was looking for you, but then at the same time, I was like, nah, he coming to me tonight. So make sure that y'all tap in. That's hosted by the one and only Paul Cram himself. That's also on the YT. Man, if this your first time in here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and show the poets who bless this platform some love. And if you always in the house, then we wouldn't be shit without you. Just know that, man. Shim. I'm hold up. I got you. I know I was talking about authors, but not too much. Hold up.
Oh yeah, y'all know we up like the sun. Season 3. What you thought? You thought we wasn't coming with great poets and books? No. Hold up. They got it all. Let's go.
He knows so shameless hosting.
Be on the corner too.
So you know that shit is tight. That corner's
Oh, she is bad. Like my first guest that's about to come up. Florida, stand up, because our next one we got up is Hey La La. She's been writing for years, but only hitting the stages for about a year now and a half. No books just yet, but just trust, it's coming soon. Her energy and her delivery are full of heart, and her voice is one that is grateful. And I enjoy watching it bloom. I'm finna find out more about it tonight. Let's see how this flower is coming together. It's the one, it's the only. La 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 la. Yay! What up, Queen?
Hey,
How you feeling? Welcome to the corner.
I feel great.
You looking great, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the corner. Your first piece was great. So I'm excited about what we got going on tonight. So I know you was telling me that you new to this, but you're really true to this. So you did give me a little bit. Right. So you've only been performing for about a year and a half. What has been the biggest lesson that you learned about yourself since stepping to the mic?
I would say the biggest lesson is probably being able to be vulnerable and let, my truth speak for itself. I'm a very closed individual. So just being able to speak, and not all my poems are catered to me, but just even some of the ones that aren't, they're speaking somebody's truth, so.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we do, man. Poets, we just prophets without the PH. When your first book or project drops, what do you want readers to feel when they open the first page? Because I see my book already. You know what I'm saying? Queen Amina's in here. That's going to be my publisher. If you need a publisher, make sure you hit Queen. Oh, you do? I would connect with me. I got the best publisher for you. She's about to publish my first joint, and she's freaking amazing. But with that being said, what do you want people to see? You listening to me? Because she coming. What do you want people to see when you first open up your book?
I don't know about when they first open it up. I just want them to be able to see through my eyes. I I like to visualize a lot more so like through words. So I read a lot. So when they read or even listen to me speak, because I would like to do an audio one as well, right? So I want them to be able to close their eyes and visualize what it is that I'm saying. So that's what I would hope from it, you know.
Don't hope it, girl. We just manifested it. Then you just hear us put
Period.
it in. We just gotta grab it now. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, what's the first piece you getting? Oh, there it is, right there. I just seen her in the comments. She's snatching you. Take that name down, Amina. She need a book published.
I do. I've been ready.
Right. But what's the first piece you're getting into for us tonight?
The first piece I'm gonna do is actually a love poem. It's called Inexperienced Love. Inexperienced Love. So it's actually a play on the title, and you'll see why.
Right. I know a lot about being inexperienced at love.
So I was asked, how did I know I was in love? And when I say I was stuck, like I said, right there and watched as they fitted the perfect boxing glove and punched me in my chest, and out came air and I choked on the oxygen I was deprived of. But I know this answer. It just won't filter off the tips of my lips, see, just like the air you just stripped from me, TKO'd with my words too. You leave me speechless. Unless speech from me is fine, because that means you speak more. So you speak life into me. Like a motivational speaker, filtering life through my built-on speakers, igniting a side of me only you could speak to her. I knew I loved you when make it make sense made sense. You see, I'm frugal, but the math in my bank account wasn't math, and because for you, I spared no expense. For the first time, I finally understood what they meant when they said a person was worth it. To know how priceless you are, because there wasn't a price too less I wouldn't spend for you, because you deserve it, and then some. I relish in my thoughts of you, altering time, reveling in the memories of the past while my mind flips back to the future, indulging in anticipation, awaiting future like I can press a button on present, like I'm not living in the presence, wrapped within your presence, wishing we could stay like this and just exist. Because with you, it's simply a mere existence. I knew I loved you when I broke my rules for you. See, I allowed you to bound me because I was in with you and I was already in the clouds climbing past the sky's limits. I no longer knew what boundaries were. They were just as figment as my imagination. And in my fairy tale, I could no longer tell head from tails, but you could tell that I was head over tails, like in those fairy tales that you tell little girls that fills their head with fairy tales. See, I was beauty, but never slept on, picked on, but never pecked on. I wasn't looking for a charming, but you charmed your way into my arms anyways. But you know what really took the cake? How I really knew I was in love? It was when I no longer wanted you. Nah, see, instead I wanted God. You see, I saw what he had done to you and I wanted him to make me better too. Because what could I do for you if I'm not the best for me? And how could I truly love you if I'm not truly in love with me? See, I wanted God's love. No, scratch that. I needed God's love. See, from what I understood is that God's love is the epitome. And I needed that love etched into the pit of me. See, realizing I was in love wasn't even the tip of the epiphany. See, my love for you alone was only humming songs, while my love for you with God had me orchestrating symphonies. By myself, I was a prisoner of war, but with him, I had the power to be more. See, this love is confident, and in it was also the safety held within the confines of this residence, this temple of me. I gave myself to him, which in turn allowed me to love you unconditionally. I moved different. I was no longer I, but you and I, and anyone with the EYE could see this love that permeated beneath me. Love is more than just a four-letter word that I let slip when you was between me. It's in every way that I feel, every way that I act, each high and low vibration within me. It's in every word that I speak, every breath that I breathe. When I would simply blink and I missed you. When there wasn't a moment I didn't want to go without kissing you. I was putty in your palms and wrapped comfort in your arms. I didn't need to be touched to be felt. I didn't need to say a word to be heard. There wasn't a thing in this world I wouldn't do for you. It was within my natural realm to unconsciously submit. I knew I didn't want to live a life without you in it. How did I know I was in love? You know, I don't even know. I haven't experienced it yet. Peace.
Now that right there was written with love, y'all. Let's go.
Talk about it, Shin. Whether she experienced it or not, that was definitely written with love. Had me over here like, yes, Lord. Yes, come on. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Y'all know we're going to keep this show right on rolling. Where Brooklyn at? By way of DMV, meet Jess J. She just hit her 1 year open mic anniversary August 31st. By day, she heals people being a psychiatrist. By night, she heals with poetry. Her work has been already touched audiences across the DMV and Philly. With J. Cole and Cleo Soul in her ears, fueling her spirit, Jessica is proof that words can work in every part of life. And tonight, she's gonna show y'all how she put it together right here on the corner, baby. It's just. But come on, man. There it is. It's just. Let's go. I had to come back and do it again. The button wouldn't button in for me. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling tonight, Queen?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Hey, man, you looking good. Big, pretty smile on your face. I like them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all to the good. So I got a couple of questions for you. As a psychiatrist and a poet, how do you balance healing others during the day and then turning to poetry for your own healing?
Honestly, I feel like one informs the other. I think that sometimes I'm in therapy as the therapist and something comes to mind and I make a little note to myself like, oh, let me come back to that later. That could be in a poem. But then I also feel like writing for myself to facilitate my own healing is how I can sort of like recoup and restore myself so I can show up every day and do the job over again.
And which, by the way, I think is dope, man. If anybody is looking for a psychiatrist, I'm already helping you out. I don't know who I'm helping out, but, you know, contact somebody. You know what I'm saying? We talk about it on this show all the time, how poetry is very therapeutic. But guess what? Y'all, we got a shrink in the house tonight. Hey, so what's been the most rewarding moment of your first year as a performing poet?
The most rewarding moment, I think the most rewarding moment is like the most beautiful moment, which is like the first time that I had like my first solo feature. And it was just like walking into a room. It was at Busboys Anacostia, shout out to the DMV. And walking into the room, and before I even hit the stage, like people just applauding my mere presence. And so to me, that was just so like very profound, very beautiful for me.
Right, surreal. Like I love that. So what's the first piece you're getting into tonight?
The first piece that I'm getting into tonight is a piece called Rainbows.
Somebody said it in the comments. They caught on, yes, doctor. You heard it. You got that right. Hold on. Let me get out of here.
We giggled on the carpeted floor of my walk-in closet. Sweater dresses, body contour tops, jumpsuits, and matching sets hung over us like a shield of the outside world. Her jovial, playful, and sometimes pungent spirit held hands with my silly and serious one. We were both funny. I, funnier. This day, we were merely existing. The child in me with the child in her, and we laid on the floor of that closet like children who did not understand the concept of time, but we knew we never wanted it to end. You're mine, she'd say. I wore her possessiveness like a badge of honor, mistook it for being special and rare. She'd use guilt when I questioned her obsessions regarding me, but I did not want to be an obsession. I wanted to be seen. I did not want to be someone's possession. I wanted to be known. She greeted my boundaries with taunts. Her words settled in my ears like a hymn of shame. Its efficacy depended on the day. When she was locked in with her spirit, she lacked the capacity to keep herself from crawling outside of herself, and I lacked the capacity to absorb her. Attempted boundaries of us sleeping in our respective homes on nights like this were met with, but what kind of person denies someone a place to lay their head at night? I spent so much time dancing around her dance with her demons. Eventually, I began to lose it. My mind became lost like a remote in between the cushions of a couch, and I wasn't sure who was to blame for its disappearance, but without it, I couldn't change the channel. When the lid came off of my rage, I'd either destroy myself, cuts and bruises to my own body, damages to my own home, or her. Attempts at a fight, I'd turn her inbox into the comment section of a shade room post, an amalgamation of slander and slick talk. But this isn't about right or wrong. I'm not interested in categorizing people as good or bad, but rather identifying them as safe or unsafe for me. This is me coloring the picture of my pain with words. If a rainbow always follows a storm and makes you feel loved, it makes sense that you would become adept to waiting out the rain. But do you know that to see a rainbow means the sun has to be behind you? I traded seeing and facing my light to see the picturesque colors of the art that is her. Do you know what it is like to love someone who can both bring you to the brink of your life and yet save you from it? I will forever say that I was imperfect, and I haven't always made the best, most honest decisions, but when I committed misdemeanor acts, she charged me with murder. I pled guilty to attempted homicide charges, so much so that it led to my attempt at suicide. What are the internal beliefs that I held about myself that made me take the plea to begin with? Do you know what it is like to realize that you offered yourself up to be used because you didn't know how to protect yourself? I'm prone to keeping myself in fires to see how many burns I can tolerate rather than reach for an extinguisher. Shame was such a familiar song. Her voice was an addition to an already built choir that I need to dismember. They say you can't love someone else until you learn to love yourself. But what happens if no one taught you how? I'm so deep in mourning for my old life that I miss the fact that every morning is a new opportunity to create a new one. Poem.
Man, that was so good. It made my hair stand up and stuff. Ooh, I love me some poetry that speak to my soul.
Woo, and definitely spoke to my soul, man. It was some hard hitting facts in that piece right there. Crazy. This night is going amazing already. Hold on. Let me get to a commercial break. Yo, check us out Saturday, man. We will be in the house with product in hand. No shipping costs needed. Tap in. Get your tickets. Central Saturdays, man. You know what I'm talking about. Let's keep this thing right on going, though, because my next king that's coming up, y'all already know this is P.P.C. fam right here. And if you don't know, go back season 1 or season 2. Or season 3, hell yeah, been on already. Let's go. Last and definitely not least, from Toronto, Canada, the pretty proactive poet. He's not only a spoken word artist, but also a musician, producer, author with multiple published collections like Black Men Cry Poetry, Blue Hearts and White Lies, and Straight from the Art. He's also releasing 2 poetry albums, Poetry in the Key of Life and Still Me. You can grab all of his books and merch through the link, y'all, and he gonna put it up because really, you know, I cut the middleman out. I say harass him. Go straight to him and get everything you need. He gonna sign it because P.P.C. says so. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. P.P.P.
Hey.
Okay, how you feeling tonight?
You know what? I've had a day, a ride of a day, but I'm here and
Hey,
we're doing poetry. So I'm in
that's it right there.
I'm in my happy place.
That part. Corner vibes, man. I love how even when you got a day, you can come to the corner, watch it all away. So that's what we doing tonight. And that first pitch you already spit, let me know you coming with that fire. So you publish multiple books and albums. What drives you to keep creating in so many different forms?
Just my journey and my experience in this life. Like every time I experience love, hate, anger, joy, whatever those emotions are, that's what inspires me to write on a daily basis. So Yeah, as long as I'm feeling something on this earth, I'm gonna be writing and sharing
That
mine.
sounds absolutely amazing. That's true, because we just said it's therapeutic. So as long as they're feeling, he's going to be writing, and I love that. Out of all your projects, which one challenged you the most and why?
Ooh, definitely. I can't. Why? I'm drawing a blank on the title. But my third book was a vulnerable right. So like every single poem that's in there is a poem that's about me, and I did not hide behind metaphors in that book at all. So it's just really how I feel and the things that I've been through in that book. So
That's absolutely amazing. So I didn't ask, but I have to ask: are they corner prices? Are we doing book deals? Because it's 5 of them. I mean, the champ is here. He got 5 whole books. You can have a book for each day of the week if you just wanted to do a chapter out of this, one chapter out. You can rotate, guys. Are they corner prices?
yeah, so 4 out of the 5 are $20. So I mean, you can't beat
That's
that.
definitely that damn near for real. What
Can't
about
beat
the
that.
other one?
The other one's 45, and that's because it has some visuals
Got
in
no
it as well.
explanation needed, man. Your pen is worth way more. And then on top of that, right, your price is your price, but that's still a corner price. You know what I'm saying? People will go out here on a high grade and get them a 3.5 for 50, get live. You can put something up here, give yourself some drive. You know what I'm saying? Some other kind of go. So, with that being said, what's the first piece you're giving us tonight?
All right, so this piece is called Broken Blaze.
Ooh, let me get out of here.
Into the fire, into the flames, into the true heat that deep grief contains, the strain that consoles me. I am already lonely, no one to hold me, no one to own me. If I could clone me, I'd kill one and sacrifice the other. As the rubber meets the road, just throw me into the fire, throw me into the flames, till I'm ash and passed away, the past. A way to see I was a mistake, misplaced, placed in a wrong family that hates that I was born so late. My mother speaks of my birth date encased in rape. Sadly, I somehow relate to her mental state. At least she never wanted me and was never fake in stating her truth. I had a fiery youth. So now as a man I stand numb in the rain. I head inside again and I take a break from my broken and wave my hands over the flame, knowing what it's like to feel fire pain through PTSD. So throw me into the furnace, burn this man of misery and courage till the only thing I'm nervous about is survival. Let this be my turn for a 3rd-degree burn that can make me forget the past, how hot it would have to be to burn out the emotions that I stash when the heat makes my beliefs uncoil, cover my heart with oil till it boils, and I'm consumed with toil and trauma. Oil makes things burn hotter. See, I am no longer trying to chill. I want to feel the fill and thrill of a lighter as it spills flickering flames over my frame. Burn me alive until I have attained a darker frame, till I'm charred and can't recognize I'm made in the image of God. It's hard sometimes thinking that hell is hot, and heaven is not. Damn. It got me confused if I got an inferno or an eternal resting spot.
That was so heartfelt. I felt it beating out my chest. Oh.
Man, don't be having me up here trying to have me answering questions after you done did a piece. Like, do it. Never mind. Y'all know we're going to keep this thing right on rolling, man. La, la. Yo. Yes. So let's go to it, man. What's the second piece you giving us?
This one's called Lullaby.
Ooh, la la with a lullaby. Don't put me to sleep, girl. Hold up.
Listen. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna sing you a lullaby. But it's the nightmares that continue to creep throughout my thoughts when I sleep. See, I was 8 when a man first wrapped his body around mine and took what I never authorized him to take. I pray you never know what it feels like to taste blood. Blood because your tongue is trapped between your teeth because the pain in your mouth is more of a focus than the pain between your legs. Tongue bitten, red dripping down the back of your throat, tongue swollen, closed and trapping air, my screen's quiet, voice silent, legs shaking. Waking, muscles tightly constricted while he stripped me of my innocence. Tears streaming, leaking, speaking unspoken words to stop, but stop never came. Instead, I was unable to know the difference between my tear-stained cheeks and his sweat, both of them mixed on my lips, salty. And to think my days started off sweet, and now it's sugar-coated and salty bodily fluids on a fresh wound. I went to play outside with values that taught me to keep my legs closed, but fear pried them open. I was 10 when I learned what a pistol was. Aimed at my head, holding breath, I pulled the trigger, wishing to never breathe. 3, 2, 1. Trigger squeeze, pop, blank, heart racing. Pop, blank, head sweating. Pop, blink, eyes twitching. Pop, 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 pop. Why ain't this working? Time stood still. Safety engaged, mind enraged, cage. Why do these men get to walk around lack the discipline while I gotta walk around with the burdens of their sin? Too afraid to speak, like the truth would damage me more than the beating. My mind is already placed in each molestation, making me feel more or less in my station. I was a woman before I knew what a woman was. I knew how to please a man before I knew my times tables. And if my math was correct, and the first time times the last time was one time too many, but I was missing where fear divided my thoughts. And if I carried the one, then that value was greater than or equal to my reoccurring memory minus my will to speak. More afraid for you to learn the truth, like admitting a man took advantage, gave him some type of advantage. Who would listen anyway? Children are meant to be seen, not heard. At least that's what I was told. I'd rather he be free than admit what he did to me. I'd rather walk around with secrets behind closed doors than to be labeled a child whore. Like, how can a child carry a label they wasn't even old enough to consent to? But he took her body like all participating bodies was consensual. Or better yet, how can a child who ain't even old enough to reproduce look so fucking sexual? Hush, little baby, don't you cry. But this ain't no fucking lullaby. Peace.
Oh man, I see y'all trying to have me in my feels tonight.
Yeah, she got me too, man. I didn't go to sleep, y'all. I definitely didn't go to sleep. I might be haunted by that shit. Like, never mind. Yo, hugs to the queen. Thank you for sharing such a vulnerable piece with us, man, for real. Jess, let's get it.
Hey.
Hi. So, you know what I'm saying? I need a hug, and I want to hug her. Hell, after that one right there. So, what's the second piece you're getting into tonight?
The second piece I'm getting into is a piece called Redemption.
Redemption. That's what the queen is getting, some redemption right now. Still looking beautiful out here, striving out here, doing her thing. Them niggas that did that. Hold up.
Hey, yo, Jess. You look slim. You lost weight? Nah. I lost shame. You see, I used to be ashamed of my scars, of the story of how they got to be, but this ain't a sad poem, it's a redemptive piece. You see, I got these scars when I pried myself from the jaws of the demons that tried to swallow me, but then I remembered a demon is an evil entity from something that has died, so how I'm gonna let a dead thing try to kill me? And for the record, even if my scars are ugly, that's okay because I'm still fine. I'm complicated like DC parking signs. So you know I get more and more fine. But for real, even if my scars are ugly, I'm still fine. I stick to my truth and I trust that everything will turn out just fine. I no longer use my mistakes as a weapon of self-torture. I don't seek to split off the parts of me I can do without when they are all, in fact, a part of me. My vulnerability be the vessel that my soul used to crawl out from its hiding place just to discover that I'm my own safe space to land. I regain dignity, and she is no longer allowing me to be degraded and used by desperate and dangerous souls. I told y'all this is my redemptive piece. This poem be a slice from my healing pie. I'm my own constant, like the Greek symbol pi. I used to think small, like I was radius, but then it dawned on me that I'd be more like diameter. And I also be duality. I'm in eloquent rage. I'm liberation after being robbed of the sweet nectar of your joy. Redemption is the audacity to say yes when life has told you no. And it is the courage to say no when a yes does not serve you. It is sipping the tea of truth. When justice went for a coffee break, it is being heartbroken and yet knowing that my organ still beats. It is being filled with sorrow, but knowing that to be filled with anything means I'm still alive, and better it be sorrow than embalming fluid. I now know the sound of my own voice. And sometimes she be loud, but she be loud and she be mine. I'm so over the things and people that try to eclipse me. I let myself thrive and shine without feeling the need to include the shade. Redemption is knowing that starting over doesn't mean starting from scratch. It is feeling like a bunch of broken glass pieces held together by glue just to realize that that means I'm mosaic art. I'm healing. I'm healer. Redemption has been me realizing that in my worst moments, I was responding in the best way that I knew how. And above all, redemption is the commitment to journey back to the self over and over again. Poem.
I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Oh, 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 yeah.
You better chill. You ain't every damn woman. You better get it. But redemption was hers. I love that piece right there, man. Y'all already know we finna keep this thing right on rolling, man. Let's get to a commercial break before we bring P.P.C back up in this thing.
What do you call the black sheep that made it out? The scapegoat. And y'all know one of the ways that I release is by doing poetry. So I have to coat my throat. And this is the way that I do it. This power and this boom don't get settled down for nothing. I need me a little throat coat. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. Coastal Sunflower Body Scrubs at the.com to get you some. Oh yeah. And let's go.
Like, let's go right now. Like, go to the website right now and get your ass some tea. You heard me? It's real good. I eat it. I eat it straight up. Sometimes I don't need. Wait a minute. Triple P. Here we go.
I'm still stuck on the throat coat.
Oh yeah, you know, you gotta coat that throat, you know, especially when you the goat out here in these streets. You know, we be doing a lot of yelling sometimes. You know, we gotta get it in where we fitted it in. You know what I mean? But hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. So you know, I'm gonna have some for the crew when I come out. So what's the second piece you're getting into tonight?
All right, the second piece is called Confronting My Reality.
Confronting my reality. And y'all can see I'm not ending the show, so I haven't did my thing because they coming back up for another drive-by after he confronts his reality. Let's go.
I am face to face again with you, anew. The first woman who I knew to be true. Who? Mom, yes. Miss Good Old Faithful Neglect dressed in disrespect. I, the baby left in baby blues, a baby blessed but dropped off at the wrong doorstep. Tragic. A stork with the wrong package. Black magic. Loved by some but hated by the masses. A father less concerned with my birth and more annoyed that his baby boy arrived on the Sabbath, a holy day that should have never brought me this way into the hands of a savage. Born to a woman, gorgeous, who wanted to forfeit her motherhood. Actually, no, only forfeit me. Now, confronting this reality tortures me. She would have been better off aborting me. Could have learned to live more with that guilt than live with a child built on wasteful dreams and Bajan beatings with belts. Adoption seems like the better option in retrospect felt. See, I can't help but hate the cards dealt by the hands of a queen. I am just the joker in the pack. There is no king or diamonds trapped within my skin. I am unwanted humanity birthed within dim daylight. Today might. Today might be my last. And if it is, then at least I have lived past the date I believed I would reach. 18 was too far a number for a child of the gutter to keep striving for. What have I kept surviving for? I should have relinquished the gift of life I stole at birth. A mistake only hurts. Oh, how cute can be cursed. A mistake is only worth its correction, and I have no cleansing for my father's indiscretion. No love for a mother to treasure. I am broken beauty clothed in token Neverland. A better man would pull himself together. A better man would rise and walk out of the ether. Well, I am neither. I am the believer. Now believing in what? Nothing but tough emotions. Moving with the crutch of crying. Even trying to laugh at the fact that I'm lying to myself. Dying to help my mom erase the thought of me. There has got to be some way. Until then, I stay unwanted.
Without arms, it's hard to give you a hug, but I'm sending all the love I got. Let's go.
Believe that, man. Tonight has been a freaking night. Before we get this last drive-by out the way, y'all know I got to do a couple church announcements, man. Y'all know what it is. Again, if you missed the show last night, Intellectual Conversations, it was too lit. Author's Edition. They had 5 minutes to read out of the book, y'all, and I'm picking up some of those books, man. They were really, really good. So make sure y'all tap in. That's on the YT. That's with the bro Paul Cram. So make sure that y'all get there. And then we got coming up this weekend, man. Get your tickets now. Y'all know what it is. Sensual Saturdays, baby. We gonna be lit in the house. Product in the house. Poets in the house. Brought to you by CapCut in the house. Not really. It's brought to you by Jay Simone and Walking Erotica. And guess what? Mahogany Soul is going to be the feature. And you know it's going to be a vibe. If you don't know what's going on in the city, if you have not been to a Sensual Saturdays, you better go to Eventbrite right now. Right now. Tap in and get your ass a ticket. Because you ain't going to want to miss this one right here. This one right here going to be one for your ass. And with that being said, all the poets, let's do it. Speed round. It's about to be on you. Doing something different tonight, y'all. So with that being said, Triple P, Lala, Jessica, take us.
Dear Dad, show me what it's like in heaven. I wonder if you pay attention to every prayer that I share down here. Does it travel through the air to your ear? And do you even hear or care that we're alone? Mom, me, and our groans. You left us at home to go to a place unknown, a location zone that you were destined. I know we're not supposed to question God or his laws or lessons, but this is eerily similar to when you left me at 11. And no, the pain hasn't changed. Tell me up there, does it rain? Ask God why were you claimed and me left here in mental chains that locked me in lands of lonely. Are you telling me up there you can't phone me? Heaven don't got a long distance plan that can give me some assistance and allow me to ask you how to become a man? Wait, you wouldn't understand. You didn't give a damn when I was a teen. Never taught me to shave or the way to treat a queen till my wedding day. Dear Dad, show me what heaven is like. I can't imagine. Are you up there bragging on the size of your mansion while I'm homeless and hopeless, romancing emptiness? I believe there is a heaven, yes. But why are you there? What have you done to witness beauty beyond the sun? What have you done to live closer to God? You didn't even want to live close to your kids. So tell me what gives? What gives you the right to know what a heavenly life is like, surrounded by heavenly light, while we gotta live in hell and daily be ready to fight? Ironically, fallen angels be from the place you now live aimlessly, while I'm living dangerously, wondering why you ain't saving me. I guess you're too busy up there taking a stroll. What is it like? What is it like to walk the streets of gold at night? Is it as easy as walking out of my life? Dear Dad, I used to question heaven, but now even those thoughts are disposed. Don't show me what heaven is like. Because if you're up there, I no longer even want to know.
To my dear melanated men, don't you know that you are beneath me? For decades, you have been beaten. Whether it was tied to chains or on the back end of a 187, we have still found ways to have you weakened, ending our legacies because they feared the power that you was creating. And to top it all off, you got your own black women out here calling you bitch ass niggas because you failed to step up to the plate that you was eating from. Talk about a beating. Check it. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing you locked up. And I'm tired of seeing you dead. And I'm tired of you walking out and your baby's gonna ask the next bitch for head. Like, what makes you think a real one wants a deadbeat laid up in her bed, cooking for a lazy nigga, and you ain't even spared her no bread? Then y'all wanna put y'all hands on bitches? And to be crying when the next nigga wanna get y'all stitches? Out here showing your damn ass. Man, pull up your fucking britches, looking like damn rags when your history full of riches. And y'all wanna be fighting light versus dark when you're all fucking brown. What happened to fighting with your fists, man? Put the fucking guns down. You out here acting a fool with the mind of a joke and the face of a clown. And we just want you to get your life together and put back on your crown. Spin this back around. Don't you know that you are beneath me? Like you don't understand that it is your roots that fuel this tree. We all had to bear the fruits of your labor like it wasn't your seeds that was planted inside of me. You don't even know how you are the reason for the air that I breathe. Don't you see? It is your ground that I walk on, your roots planted in the soil. I thought we left the hatred in the past. Why we staring at turmoil? Don't you know they looking for another nigga? And you out here causing your own embroil. Now you just another nigga in the pot, turn the heat up, boil, check it. I know the shit sucks. We all had to grow up learning how we suffered at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan. But don't you know that Africa was the first continent? We all came from the motherland. You were at my core, beneath the surface of who I am, rooted deep inside. I can't be woman without man. Don't you know what the root is? It's more than what's just hidden beneath the surface. It is the anchor, a steady supply of nutrients like Earth's core. You're the nucleus. Matter of fact, I was the seed that was in your nutsack. Would have never been here without you. And that's what we fought for? Flashback. Your great-great-grandfather was probably hung from a tree, lynched on Sunday mornings after praising God the glory. And your great-great-grandmother was probably raped and survived to tell the story, but didn't go into details because the details were self-explanatory. Flashback. Before you were slaves, you were kings leading monarchies for centuries. They stripped us of our powers and forced us into slaveries. And you allowing them to do it again, only this time it's the penitentiaries. And we could be watching movies on pharaohs, but instead, life behind bars became our new documentaries. Tell me, what was the hymn that you originally chanted? Did you forget to walk with your head held high, not slanted? The soil is wrapped around your roots, so don't take it for granted. And the next time I tell you you're beneath me, remember you're the root to the seed you planted. Peace.
Someone asked me, what does pain talk to? I said, a number of things, like one, that it knows no limits, that it'll find its way into the marrow of my bones, that the tissues of my skin have seen more tears than Kleenex too. That the idea that pain is needed to be resilient is wild, because why do I need to have sores before I realize that I can soar? 3. People be so addicted to their pain, they're almost offended when you don't experience the same traumas too. But that's like my ancestors looking down on me like, damn, look at her getting to walk around all free and shit. 4, that pain can be easily disguised by accolades. 5, that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. temporarily because the positive mental reframe does not subtract from the score of pain that the body keeps six. Why do we pick and choose which type of pain is worthwhile? Like, why do we hand clap the Black aching single mothers struggling to make it work, but we condemn the Black women who struggle to leave battered and bruised relationships? 7. Speaking of battered and bruised, why do we become tone deaf to the cries of Black boys turn men from the moment they exit the womb? 8. I was born from pain. I mean, literally, my mama had me with no epidural. 9. Pain has taught me how to mourn for myself like I mourn for how eerily functional I was when I was in the most pain and 10. A trailblazing poet once said, if it waddles like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, if it swims and feels like a duck, it's a cat if you ask a narcissist. And so then I thought, well, if it roars like a tiger, if it cuts you like a tiger, if it devours you like a tiger, then the victim of a narcissist would have been trained to say that it's a cat, because you see, their pain would have blurred their vision. They would have been gaslit into thinking that they can't bite the hand that feeds them, but we will no longer champion that semblance of pain. That idea is outdated. My vision is corrected. I will no longer mistake tigers for kitty cats, and I will eat out of the palm of my own damn hand. Poem.
Well, no, it ain't no fireman, but that shit was fire, man.
Hell yeah, it was. That was our first time doing a speed round on the regular show, man. Y'all already know the saying, but before I get to you, happy birthday, son. Yeah, that's the one and only Sarah G, the third party to the P.P.C. But with that being said, make sure that y'all wake up with gratitude so it shows in your attitude so you can reach those major altitudes. And we out, man. What a show tonight. Great job, everybody. Thank y'all. Let's go.
Yeah, man, so we made it to the end of another tremendously dope show. Y'all already know Key-notez gonna be thanking y'all tomorrow with her little foo-foo praise dance. Y'all know that's what she praised everybody for tapping on in. You know, I go to church too. Like, hey, man, we made it through another show, man, and I'd like to thank my damn self for being the host with the most, the mother sucker that I am. Yeah, you heard it, I was a bad mother sucker, and I'm out. Let's go.